Ètò náà ni ètò láti fi ọ̀rọ̀ lómitóró ọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìṣúná owó ti ọdún tó ń bọ̀ ọdún 2022 ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Àbújá.
And I want you to know that this budget preparation is an annual program ọdún tó la máa ṣe, and it is geared towards sustaining an all-inclusive government, whereby we call all stakeholders to come together so that we can collect and collate your input towards the preparation of the upcoming year budget. So today we are expecting all stakeholders present here today to come up with your contributions. Your contributions in area of your needs, particularly in your various communities, so that we can assist the local government in the collation of the year 2022 budget proposal.
Of your deliberation and presentation, we shall have cause to glorify your name. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Thank you very much, sir. That has a passion for service and tenacity for development. A mind that has the heart of the people at heart. And he is no other person than our whole Prince of Hope, Prince USMAN AKANBI HAMZAT. You're also welcome. And seated next to her is the head of the Department of Environment, Dr.
Prince of the Secretary, Education Secretary of the LGA, inside of Government Officer, at the Ipapo.
So I have the honor. I'm privileged.
The Vice Chairman of the greatest local government in Nigeria, Chief Mrs. I want to bestow her with an honor. So I'm going to call her Chief Mrs. Oluwatoyin Awole Agbebade. And all the councillors here present, Honorable Ricardo, Honorable Mudashio, Honorable Tayo Dadibo, and Honorable Ibrahim Akineko. You're highly welcome. Council Manager, my Ekmo, Mr. Abdurrahim. You're highly welcome, sir. I know too. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with much delight, I am indeed very pleased to welcome you all to this very important Budget Stakeholders Consultative Forum meeting, and to also deliberate on those areas of your needs that are critical to your well-being. Meaning that this program is for us to discuss on things the local government will be working on in year 2022. And to improve the economic status and make staying and doing business enjoyable in the Ipapo local government area. The local government is the closest to the people, and it is through this tier of government that developmental programs are directly felt by the community as a whole. It is therefore based on this that that we have decided as a government to put together this stakeholders forum so as to create a platform to which you as an organized body, residents, artisans, business owners can make meaningful contributions that will form the basis for the eventual final draft of our 2022 budget. The essence of this is to come up with a people-oriented budget centered on programs, policies on infrastructural development that will have a direct effect and benefit on the entire people of the Ifakojaye community. As at 2021, the internally generated revenue was as at this year, 2021, the internal generated as at today is 61 million naira compared to the last IGR, which was 51 million naira. The local government plans to improve the business environment of Ifakojaye through your cooperation and support. Meaning that we plan on making sure that the revenue we are going to generate in 2022 will double this with your support. That is the basis we have actually called you to actually talk on what we need to do to improve that as well. Thus, we will be highlighting some of our achievements since we came into office. Under Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Departments, we were able to do the following. Empowerment of over 1,000 youths and elderlies. That's empowerment, the breakdown, I will do that right now. 250, first batch of the Ifakojaye Trader Support Fund, that's under the 1,000 we did. Empowerment to celebrate our 100 days in office to 150. I think it is 100 that is written here, but we did 150. Again, traders support through an NGO we partnered with, Adana Foundation, where 200 women, market women will be given goods worth 200,000 naira each. Another one is a training we did with another organization called Ish Toleram, an organization from the German embassy, where we trained well over 200 youths too. The training is still ongoing. Part of what we also did is we were able to place 20 of our youths for jobs, and they are gainfully employed now. Part of what we also did was to start the Women Assembly Forum, where we interact with our women in the local government on their needs. In year 2021, the women exercise for people of public primary school in conjunction with the health department. Verification number 2, verification exercise for teaching and non-teaching staff of primary schools in Ifakojaye, public primary schools in Ifakojaye, local government to enhance productivity. 3, sensitization and enrollment campaign drive to public primary schools within the local government to ensure access to free primary education. 4, school sports programs. 5, regular monitoring of schools ongoings. What is not written here is, recently, we also went to some schools where we gave students toothpastes. A program we have in support with the Lagos State Sustainable Development Program, SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, under infrastructure and social amenities renewal. 1, we were able to renovate the oldest primary school in Ifakojaye, that is Bishop Oluwole. The school was constructed in 1940. 2, the rehabilitation of Iyowawe Street. 3, the rehabilitation of Orimolade Street. 4, construction of drainage and cover slab at Rapatu Street in 2. Presently, we are also doing the rehabilitation, the construction of Indicate Street, which is ongoing presently, to mention but few. The health sector, 1. Full support of the ongoing phase 2 COVID-19 vaccination exercise. 2. Polio outbreak response, OBR. That was done on 18th to 21st of September 2021. 3. Polio outbreak response. Another one that was done 30th of October to 2nd of November 2021. 4. Partnership with SDGs to present to people. We've done that. Then 5. Screening. We did cervical and prostate cancer screening for people living within the local government, and those that have it were transferred to the appropriate quarters. Agricultural sector. 1. Inauguration of Ifakojaye Sports Committee. The launch of Ifakojaye Games logo website, and the draws will be done tomorrow. We will be doing the draws for the game tomorrow at NRC. Improvement on CDA activities through the CDC chairman. Thank you, Mr. Lisa. Under that, we also did the inter-world football competition. Human Resource Department. In the past few months, this administration has ensured a monthly disbursement of the sum of 500,000 naira, which is for the welfare of staff of the local government. This is also to motivate the staff in order to make them more productive, efficient, and effective in service delivery. The local government has also successfully sponsored our eligible and concerned staff, as well as remunerated them for taking part in the PSSDC Magodo, I pray that part of what we have also done, which is not listed here, is the renovation of the ICT center at NRC. As we talk to you, all the systems that when we got into office were not functioning. We had 60 systems, 56 is working perfectly now, and the place is being renovated. The local, I pray that we continue to move higher in all our endeavors. While I wish you happy celebrations, it is important that I remind you all that the time to move forward is now. God bless you all. Thank you, and God bless.
So next on the program of events is the HOD Budget and Statistics Impact. He's the host of today's program. But I want to know that maybe outside, so now I don't know the mic to Mr. Taiwo Abdulrashid.
Thank you. The executive chairman. And lórí nǹkan tí pé ṣe náà, òun ló bá dé. I think the first major stakeholder ní local government Ìfàkọ̀jàyè nítorí àwọn aṣẹ́ nígbàtà débí a ní gbogbo nǹkan báyìí wọn ò ṣe rí. It's not in existence. So that is why chairman wa nígbà tó pé wọ́n ń wò pé ó better because we are planning for our year 2022 budget. Wọ́n wá sọ fún wa pé ó dáa ká involve our community. Wọ́n wá sọ input ti wọn lórí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe. So that is why we call this stakeholder as very very important stakeholder. Because chairman ti sọ many things lórí nǹkan tó wà. Ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan tí chairman sọ, our IGR in this local government over very poor. I have to say the fact because our timber we generated as much as 80 to 100 million. But in that I think Ìfàkọ̀jàyè a rí pé wọn fẹ́ máa sanwó rárá lórí IGR. So IGR rí tabajẹ ti budget yẹ. So I ma make sure pé we meet up with the target. Your taba meet target wa o ma ní impact because there is going to be a query from the state government. So that is why we are calling on you people to support General Chairman wa because the past administration is not that it's not good, but the way they are managing the idea, in fact, our own Patadebi, the new team of management, this is not a good idea. To send them away enlightened, but by next year, if you see us outside, our T-shirt, that kicking, because we are not politicians. We come to the government to serve you people here. so afẹ́kẹ́ kí àjọ ẹ jẹ́ ká darapọ̀ kí a ṣe nǹkan tó dáa kọ́ ẹgbẹ́ yes everything wà ní tòótọ́ that is why we require your presence.
wọ́n ti múṣẹ́ wa rọrùn fún wa torí bọ́ ṣe ń sọ ní ìgbẹ̀sì náà náà ń dà sọ fúnra wọn ní èsì àbínibí nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ pé àkíyèsí wa sí náà ní IGR tí àwọn ọ̀gá wa ń sọ.
So next on the program of events is the environmental issue in Ipakojaye local government, which will be taken by the head of department, Dr. Cyril Akiyande.
May I use this medium to thank our chairman, who is an energetic chairman in the area of taking Ipakojaye to the next level. I'm going to talk about 4 things. If this ITR that my colleague Budget is talking about, which is germane, Ipakojaye is, if you look at the class where it belongs to with government, we don't expect to budget even 60 million. But when we have not meet up 50-something million, how are we going to budget 100 million? But let us now look at it, our responsibility. Do we do our responsibility? Then we are expecting the government to do responsibility of their own. But in terms of the environment, it is two-way relationship. Local government to do their own, the public to do their own. Ọ̀nà méjì ni tó bá di nǹkan agbègbè. Local government nítorí kí wọ́n ṣe tiwọn. Àwọn tá à ń gbé agbègbè nítorí káwa ṣe tiwa. They said health is wealth and the exco is too enormous. Little things that you supposed to do, ẹ máa pe chairman, ẹ pe leader, ẹ pe wọ́n ti wá sílé wa. Táwọn bá ṣe tó yẹ ká ṣe ànítì o. Ṣé rí another one tá a máa sọ ní ṣé rí counter yẹn extension tá à ń ṣe sórí drainage. Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ kún gbàtẹ́ ti kọ̀ọ̀kan lé? Ìgbà wo ni ò ní kún? Tó bá kún, á padà sójú títì. Millions of naira ní chairman náà sáwọn títì tó ṣẹ̀ ṣe. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká padà lọ́wọ́ ní wọ́n ti kówó jẹ títì tí ò dáná ṣe fún wa. Wọ́n ṣe títì tó dá fún wa o. Have we done the right thing to save the road? And the only way that can save the road is our environment. When we cater for our environment, our social amenities will live longer.
Thank you very much, my head of department. I'm head of the environmental department for that wonderful education of environmental issues. The bone of contention is we all should try as much as possible to be environmental conscious. It's very, very important and vital. Although the jet has shine, so
but let me respond to the HOD environment. When we are talking about the IGR, tí ẹ bá fẹ́ ká support you, we are ready to support you. But ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń rán lọ síta lọ gbowó olè ni wọ́n. I don't need to hurt my feeling. And if you know the CDC is important to you, you better work with us. Ní last week, kẹ̀kẹ́ Nescafe tí àwọn fi ń jẹun wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ ló ti lọ sí Ìṣàgá tí wọ́n mú. Mo ní ta ló gbé flask 6,500 nítorí 15 naira. Give me the ticket. The ticket is from the local government. I call our mother, treasurer of the local government. Mo pè wọ́n. Mo ní ta ló ń já ticket. Wọ́n láwọn ọmọ ẹni tó já ticket yẹn. Union, national union, ọmọ pa tí mo sọ yìí o, but I no help me out. Ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ print ticket local government. Ó ń já lójoojúmọ́. Kí ni investigation tí wọ́n ṣe lórí ẹ̀? When you are talking about IGR, àwa ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀. If people are ready to, we are ready to support you. The CDC, they are ready to support you. And there is no way that ní forígbárí ní ọdún tí a fẹ́ bọ́ sí 2022. Torí pé kí ni chairman wa ti ń ṣe iṣẹ́ tó kọjá òye ènìyàn. And there is no way we want to do it IGR ò ní kọ́mọ̀. Níjọ́ tí wọ́n ti ń tilé kiri, ṣé wọ́n sanwó tí wọ́n ń gbé mọ́tò tí wọ́n tilé kiri. When you people are ready to support, you want to work for the local government, involve the CDA. We are ready to move out with you. If you know you are going to this forum this week, ẹ fẹ́ lọ sí ìtú lẹ fẹ́ lọ lọ́yìn ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ẹ ìgbọ́pù àkáìpọ̀pù CDA kọ́ bá yín jáde on many occasions la gbọ́ bá wọn yín ṣe ń lọ jẹ̀bà wọ́n ṣe ń jàmàlà wọ́n bá ti jẹ́ tọ́ instead cost of 5,000 sápò local government wọ́n á ní kọ́ mú 2,000 wá.
The issue on ground, thank God everybody is here today. Mama sọ Yorùbá àti English papọ̀. A máa sọ fún àwọn èèyàn, ẹ má fún àwọn staff wa ní owó. Tó bá ti lọ síta, tó bá ti fẹ́ serve bill, àwọn aráàlú wọ́n máa sọ fún àwọn staff wa, èlò ni kí n mú wá, èlò lè máa reduce fún mi. Ẹni tá a fún ní 5,000, tó tún máa bẹ̀bẹ̀ pé kó reduce it to 2,000, ẹ fún staff ní 2,000, 1,000. Adẹ̀ tí máa ń sọ kínní, ẹ má fún wọn lówó, ẹ má fún wọn lówó. A ti sọ pé ká lọ sí báńkì wà káàkiri eré àbíta ti lè máa sanwó. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ àtúrọ̀ yìí lónìí. Any staff tó bá béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ yín ní bill tá a máa print ní January, fọ́nà wà ní máa wà ń bẹ̀. Ẹ pè mí immediately. Any staff tó bá ti béèrè pé ẹ mú oyè báyìí wá kí n tó sanwó àbí báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀. Immediately la máa gbé wọn kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀, kì í ṣe pé a máa gbé kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ náà. A máa make sure pé a discipline staff yẹn because they have no right to collect money from anybody. They are supposed to pay directly to the store àwọn èèyàn. And they fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn complain. Ẹ bá bínú sí wa tábà tiwa but a ti ní sùúrù tó because end of this November láti fẹ́ wọ̀ yìí. Owó yóò yẹ ká ti gbà ní first 3 months of the year. Ìmílẹ̀ tábà ti fún yín ní bill oṣù mẹ́ta péré lẹ ní láti fi sanwó. Tẹ́ bá ti sanwó lẹ́yìn oṣù mẹ́ta enforcement yẹ ká ṣe. But a tún máa ń ní sùúrù títí di àsìkò yìí. So ó ní mo fi àsìkò yìí rọ̀ wá lọ pé ẹ bá wa sọ fún gbogbo àwọn aráàlú pé next week à ń bọ̀ fún enforcement. Ẹni tí ò bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ ká ṣe enforcement lọ́dọ̀ wọn ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ sọ pé kó tètè máa bọ̀ ní council.
Without stress, IGR ló yí sí that we are past through all these things. Ṣé rí àwọn civil servants wọ́n ní láti brief our property wọ́n dẹ̀ ní láti ṣe àwọn iṣẹ́ kan. Ṣé wọ́n ní fàkọ̀jà we have a planned area and then low help area. Lè sọ pé tẹ́ fẹ́ gbà ní àjùmọ̀ tí wọ́n ń sọ yẹn ní Ògbólúwa ẹ máa gbà ní ọgbà o. Tí ẹ bá ti lè classify categorize àwọn IGR yẹn ẹ máa ní issue because ẹ̀dẹ̀ má jẹ́ kó máa issue arbitrary bills jáde mọ́. When you are specifically pé èyí báyìí ló yẹ kí ẹni sọ lọ́dún ó máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí màá tẹ lọ fún ìyàn ní 25,000 ẹni tó ń ta biscuit tó ń tẹ̀pà tẹ́ni kó lọ sọ 25,000 kó ló ti bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá tẹ́pẹ́ ti sọ fún bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹ báyìí ló kú ẹ̀ tí àwọn CD àti CBC mọ́tẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí tí wọ́n support ẹni ẹ lọ sọwọ́ sí bank kó gba tẹ́lá kó dẹ̀ wá gba receipt ẹni ẹ kọ́ tàbí. But any other buy give somebody 25,000 àkókò lọ sọ àkọ́ òwe kìlọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe nígbà táwọn kárí ọ̀fíìsà bá débẹ̀ àwọn officers bá débẹ̀ àníwẹ̀ èmi ò lè sọ 25,000 naira o ṣé ẹ gba 1,500 lọ́ọ́ mi ẹ má kọ́ receipt ẹ má mú lọ mi ò ní di receipt ṣé àpá haúsá kò lọ́ba nìyẹn ṣé jọ ẹ bá wa ṣiṣẹ́ lórí àwọn òkùnrin yẹn jọ rate officer ọ́fíìsì treasury mi kò tí mo sọ yìí ṣé rí àwa traditional rulers a máa yẹ kùn yín o ibi tó yẹ kẹ́ ti lówó ẹ̀ mọ̀ bẹ̀ rárá bí state government ṣe rówó lórí lands lórí construction kò yẹ kẹ́ iná máa rówó bẹ̀ but approach ẹ̀ èmi as a leader of the community traditional ruler bàbá mi lónìí ilẹ̀ mútalẹ̀ state dé gbowó tẹ̀ ó lọ local government mo wá ń jẹ ìfàní bẹ̀ kó gbogbo àmẹ́ tí ó yẹ kó rí bẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí abájọ jókòó ẹ jẹ́ káwọn kásẹ̀lọ̀ ẹ kọ́ ṣe báyìí kékeré kan ẹ jẹ́ káwọn kásẹ̀lọ̀ kọ́ ṣe báyìí lórí construction àwọn alátalẹ̀ fún wọn gbàgbọ́dọ̀ máa bá wọn bá dẹ̀ ṣe meeting tó bá ti ralẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa á sọ fún wọn pé máa sanwó local government yé báyìí dẹ̀ ní owó tó ralẹ̀ yìí o tó o bá ti mọ̀ kó o lówó local government má ralẹ̀ yìí o jẹ́gẹ́ tó máa sanwó local government kó wà rà o we are ready to assist you.
Because it's not functioning the way we want it. I will show you the list and I tell everyone being my fight to show you the list of cases we have taken down to court and that customary president is not responding to it. The CM is here. He's not responding to it. We will take case to court. The customary court president will not be present to make judgment. What do you want us to do? And that house is under lock and key. And there is law that says when we lock it somewhere we'll be saying that job will have a consume. Ẹjọ́ bá wa ṣí fún wọn bọ́dá àní máa ṣí fún wọn mọ́ àní máa ṣí fún wọn mọ́ àní máa ṣí fún wọn mọ́ ṣe rí ilé tó bá ti fẹ́ wọ́ ó pọ̀ líìsẹ̀ wá lọ́wọ́ mi I will send it to my chairman to see the list we are having the next 24 hours. And Oguni Mutewisa, Emma Benusa, I need the support to him. Omamba Oyowa Jajumbe. It's too much in Oguni Mu. Oma fight.
Like Momo dear Lori local government. Wole they are professionals. Wọ́n yàtọ̀ sí council workers. Mo fẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ come and mix one together. Then we have worked with them in Cannes during COVID. Sometimes I want to talk on this. The community, there is something called relationship. Torí pé àwọn èèyàn ń ṣiṣẹ́, kò mí ní pé tán bá jáde, we will not relate with them fine. And sometimes we encourage them. When they are working with us in Cannes, ìgbà míì 4 ló yẹ kán close. And we have churches we need to go.
Àmọ́ èmi fẹ́ fún yín ní àmọ̀ràn kan. Ẹ bá rántí torí inú yín mọ̀ ọ̀gbọ̀n náà ń ṣe ti general environmental sanitation. A máa ń ṣe Lagos State. Ẹ rántí pé àjọ máa ń ṣe ni. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ibi náà lè jọ máa di àjọ ń ṣe ni. Wọ́n bá ti rí wa lẹ́yìn báyìí, àwọn náà á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa sá gíjogíjo. Environmental tá à ń ṣe ní every Thursday. Èmi fẹ́ kí ẹ jẹ́ ká sanwó pọ̀. Ìjọ ilé abá máa jáde lọ abájá ìlọ ní síbì ní ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí. Ọ̀sẹ̀ tó gbà lọ sí mi, ẹ pè mí. Káìjọ máa lọ, torí èmi ò ní gbàgbàkúgbà.
Ohun tí ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe more research, getting their telephone numbers, look at the numbers of shops and where we generate revenue in each street, not even the work. So we can get this thing done.
My own is going to be on appeal for persons living with disabilities in Ifakojaye. Please, all out, I want you to permit me to just do this. Because when I heard all that has happened in the last 3 months, there is nothing about persons living with disability in the whole this thing. So on this note, I want to do this. Mr. Chairman, sir, on behalf of persons living with disability in Ifakojaye, we are appealing that you include us in your project, program, budget, and all proposals. We are also persons, though we are living with disabilities. We don't even know what to request for. As we stand here now, we are only appealing that we should be included in your policy and programs. Thank you very much, sir.
I think what you should do is this. If you have different bodies, I want to say this, and I'm going to be factual with it. The local government will not deal with 2 or 3 bodies. Have a body that you all will incorporate yourself into and will deal directly with that body. So, and that is what we have been doing. So I know I think there's another body, but there is a particular body being led by, I forgot, Owolabi. It's been led by Owolabi. So we've been dealing with them. So they are the general body the local government has been dealing with from time. Maybe you meet with them and work together. So it is not possible for us to have 2 bodies that we'll be dealing with. Thank you.
You are a true Ifakojaye star. Isoweto, Africa, Aluta, Victoria. Thank you so much. I stand on a still protocol. But yet, I want to use this opportunity to thank our able chairman. But I'm using this opportunity again to ask you for the necessary tools, because for every contract there is a part to be played by the 2 sides. We promise that we are going to fulfill our own parts, and we believe you will fulfill your own part by providing for us the necessary tool we need. And I want to use this medium to tell the public here that the faculty and local government staff, we are not corrupt staff. We are not. We are result-oriented staff. Man, kò lè sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀, but màá fi àsìkò yìí rọ the CN wípé àwọn tó ń sọ wípé wọ́n fẹ́ bà staff jẹ́ kò ń ṣe staff o, they are not staff. Staff, please sit down, please sit down. They are not staff o, they are miscreant that mix with us.
Orientation. We need more orientation. That is how we are suffering. This thing you need to do it. It's what you have to do. Nítorí understanding wo tó láàrin yẹn, wọ́n ti dìbò fún wa, right wọn ni pé kọ́ máa sanwó kankan, wọ́n á sáré wá pè wá ni. Ẹni tòótọ́ ni, àwọn olóṣèlú náà máa ń kọ́ some of these things. Wọ́n ti ṣọ́ọ̀bù lágbájá, ẹ jẹ́ ń pe ṣíàmà, ẹ jẹ́ ń pe kìnnìkan, ẹ jẹ́ ń pe tàmẹ̀dù. You see, we are in a fix, we are in dilemma under this condition. I've got no shadow. We are over 500. Where is the money coming out? So it was like fast budget, so important. About I don't know what you are, the government at the party. So fast go pay to you. Never get 1 more 2 million, 1 million.
Jẹ́ kí IGR pé láti lè máa tètè máa rí gbà tí ó máa yá àwọn èèyàn lé ara láti máa sọ̀rọ̀ sí pé àbátẹ̀kùn afẹ́ mú wá lórí ẹ̀yìn wípé kí wọ́n ṣe yàtọ̀ mọ̀ bí òfin yẹn wà o òkè pẹ́pẹ́ January yàtọ̀ pé from 2022 ọ máa san owó ní ẹ̀kan lọ́dún òkè o ẹni tó bá tètè san owó ẹ̀ láti January sí February or March bóyá ó yẹ kó san 5,000 ní normal something tó yẹ kó san okay wọ́n tó bá yẹ sanwó within this 3 months.
I want to sincerely appreciate this very guy for the first time of his kind that is now bringing every corner come and have their own say in the preparation of the budget and what they have done so far. However, I just quickly want to remind the community about the commitment of parents towards schooling. When am I talking in terms of schooling? I'm talking in terms of this enrollment of our children in schools. Many parents have neglected their roles at all. When we're not talking in terms of the hands of most of the things that is happening in the communities, like disturbances, drug addiction, and so many things, parents have failed to perform their roles. I just want the local government, as I have now say, they have been bringing everybody to say and to have their own, most of their own contribution. That henceforth, parents who enrolled, most of the things they have done, likewise they have just contributed innovations and bring some chairs in schools. Very few times now, you will see the chairs and benches being gotten damaged. By what? By the immoral culture these children have just been granted friends, by not having morals. Every parent, like I said to all my head teachers, like bí ṣe sọ fún àwọn olùkọ́ wa tí mo sọ fún ẹ tó bá ti fi ọmọ sílé ìwé kán àwọn òbí kan máa kọ undertakings ìpè tí nǹkan táwọn ọmọ yẹn bá ba nǹkan jẹ́ kí òbí kó wà responsible. Many àwọn attitude àwa ni pé ṣèbí nǹkan ìjọba jù please ẹ jọ àwọn òbí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ bí government has done their own bit, the community leaders are doing their own best, but all the residents we should be responsible to our community. Thank you.
Build the youth. Standing on the existing protocol without wasting so much time. I appreciate the local government chairman and the management of the local government at large. I also appreciate my colleague Komola who has spoken on behalf of the youth. Yeah, I just want to add to this. He has agitated for the inclusion of youth in the runnings of the local government, but I just want to make our channel straight. Concerning the IGR, there is something we have been looking up to the government for, and that is I'm just thinking, or let me say, we are thinking, if the government can support us, and in their support, we can give back to the government. And what are we talking about? We're talking about the issue of transportation. As to nothing is in return for them. Thank you very much.
The chairman of the house. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ lórí àwọn ọlọ́kadà àti onímọ̀rúwá tó ti gba wọ́ọ̀kùnrin lọ́wọ́ wa ojoojúmọ́ náà ń kọlu yàn tó ń ṣe àwọn èèyàn léṣe ó yẹ kí wọ́n bá wa rí ìkọ̀kan ṣe sí àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn òrìbìrì títì mọ́ wọ́n ti gbàjọba ẹ bá wa ṣe ìkọ̀kan sí olúwa ràn yín lọ́wọ́ o àti pé fún àwọn wọléwọlé wa àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pórí títì náà ti ń dáná wọ́n rí wọn o wọn ò mú wọn o ìjẹta mo tún kọjá mi kẹ́nìkan tún lagi lórí títì mo dẹ̀ ń sọ fún pé ó bá títì jẹ́ ó ní kagbẹ́nu sọ yẹn bàbá wa sọ̀rọ̀ kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ẹ tó bá rí wọn kó wá máa fẹjọ́ sùn nígbà tó bá lọ fẹjọ́ sùn ẹni náà máa dìyà ilé ọ̀kan àti bàbá ilé ọ̀kan chairman help us out on this development.
The chairman wants to give it.
For your responses and your contributions. Well, my own belief is this. Before you tell someone to give you something, you need to also do something in return. I started an organization some years back, and in that organization, what we've been doing is to help people. I think what the local government can do is what we have been doing. As I talk to you, the local government has been able to get job placement for youths in the local government. On Friday, we just sealed another deal to get 400 of the youth in the Pakodai to be gainfully employed with a minimum of 50,000 on a monthly basis. On Friday, we'll be having that training for those youths. They will be gainfully employed. 400 youths in the Pakodai. I think that is what we can do for the youths. And we are doing it. But what are they giving us in return? It is very important. It is not us saying, okay, let us provide bus, let us do this. I want to ask this question. How many youths will use that bus we are going to give to you? We have well over 500,000 youth. I'm just using that, but I can tell you, not up to 100 of them will be using that bus. But what we need, and I say what we need is to make sure we get our youth employed. A whole number of them, which we are doing. So, I think youths, I'm also a youth though. What we need to do is this. Let us have something to do so that we give back to our community. The government doesn't have money to do the whole lot of things that you're asking for. It is not possible. If we buy buses,
on behalf of the effective chairman, Ifakoja, local government, I want to appreciate everyone, my fathers on the high table, my royal fathers, the CDC chairman, and the whole of the community here present, the Bales, our party leaders, our women leaders, our Yanogers, and our technocrats, the HODs, the civil servants, and all the workers and the community in our local government. I want to say a very big thank you. I want to thank you for your time, for your contribution towards this sensitization, and I want to tell you that the budget department, they will do the needful to make all your requests to fly. I think all your requests will fly. Most of them will fly. The budget people will look into it, and at the budget retreat, they will sit on it and see what we can all do. I want to say a very big thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Adelebare Arinokore. God bless you all.
Now the closing prayer of the session, I'd like to
Okay, quickly, sir. I heard the city chairman saying that this kind of all the political process has not happened in the last 7 years. What prompted you to bring this back to this community, sir?
It's just advice from the leaders, and we felt if we want to have a budget when we want to actually put it for the community, they need to tell us what they need and plan with what we want to the community.
Okay, do you have want to use this moment to assure the people of this LGA that most of their needs here today will be listened to and budget?
Well, we have an agenda we can bring this. By the glory of God, we've been working with that agenda and we continue to work with it. So before we came up with that, we also went to some of the communities and to see a compendium of what they need. Also the its agenda that we're working on. By the special meeting front, we enjoy it and continue to do it.
And finally, sir, how can the people of this LGA cooperate with the administration to make this responsibility even easier for you, sir?
Well, first of all, I appreciate them for the cooperation so far. They've been doing wonderfully well with us. I don't want to believe that they should not relent in their efforts. What they've been doing, they should continue to do it and bring to the rest of the community.
My name is Pastor Samuel Okwajobi, the CDC Chairman in Pakoja in local government.
Can you say something about this kind of meeting in the last 7 years?
It's a laudable one. It has never happened before. And from my investigation, they are doing it, they don't involve the stakeholder like this. And this one will make let the local government know where we are going in the community. It's a very laudable, welcome idea.
Stakeholders like this together to police for the government to work on. How confident are you that the leadership will assist to this demand?
So what?
How confident are you that the leadership will work on the demands of stakeholders?
We are not going to allow them. We are stakeholders too. And we have to work together. Everything the chairman said is recorded. And whenever it is time for them to implement it, we must definitely come in so that they can implement it. We are stakeholders as a CDC. It's working for us. The environment must be okay. The community must be okay. So we are going to let him know the time is going to work on it.
And on the issue of revenue, what measures are in place to make sure that everybody pays their
Yes, I've said it in my speech now. I've said it in my speech. If the HODs, they want to work the community already to make the IDR, they cannot do it because these people collecting money, they don't know the terrain of our local government. We are the ones that know the terrain of our local government. And once they want us to involve, we will involve, and more will definitely come and prove it.
Rate the performance of the council chairman over the last 100 years.
For me to rate the chairman, let me say 80 to 90%. They are simple. I went for an interview last week with the LTV, and they are now asking me, has he been acting like a chairman before? I said no, it is God that supports him. It is God that helps him do whatever he's doing, because everything is working very well.
Thank you very much.
It's working very well.
Your name again, sir?
My name is Pastor Okwajobi, the city chairman.
First name and surname, Okwajobi.
Samuel, Okwajobi Samuel.
Thank you. Okay, what do you have to say about this governance going on here?
Yes, they are just started. See, and the chairman of operation was doing very well. Within 100 days in the city. So we need to cooperate with the government. And the government will need to be sincere. They need to do a budget of sincerity, not arbitrary budgets. See, when they do sincerity budgets, the communities, the taxpayers, they will pay it willingly, not by enforcement. So they have to do something reasonable.
You said something about the budget of sincerity.
Yes.
Stakeholders have the needs in 2020. How confident are you that the leadership will listen to these demands and put them in 2020 budget?
We will listen. It's our son, it's our brother. We are God that protect you. There's nothing to say listening person, it's a listening leader. We will listen in what we are telling you. And then we will listen. So we are going to achieve our education. I know, I'm not disappointed about it.
And as head of the traditional leaders of LGA,
Yeah, my message for them is that we should cooperate with this administration so that we can achieve our my name is Kevin Bala Amachu-Ogodibu, of the Lodge of Joe-Ogodibu.
Thank you very much.